Thanks to viewers like you, we were finally able to achieve a milestone that no one else has been able to do so far. We finally were able to tear down the Temple of Light and Dark, brick by brick. After the just frankly obnoxious placement of all of those casino chips, 100% of the country had decided that the temple was no longer worth keeping around, and it was in fact a needless death trap that, despite its history, was not worth keeping around, due to OSHA regulations. The law had finally come up with that place. And I, frankly, am glad to see it gone. Now, we are actually able to move on to better Mega Man levels in the scrapyard, but I mean still better ones than that. Welcome back to my stream of Make a Good Mega Man Level 3. We're resuming our position here in the scrapyard. Off screen, I did in fact go and get the two casino chips over here in the Temple of Light and Dark. It took me a solid hour to get both of them because that third one was so frustrating, having to restart the level every single time I died. I will never play this level again until the inevitable, after game content where you have to go and, collect the green stars or whatever again. I mean, I don't know who would possibly come up with such an idea, but I'll play it if it happens. But, let's see, anything else I did in the background? I went to the casino, triggered the cutscene there. Otherwise, I haven't really done all too much. I'm happy to just resume where we were. What's Groundman got to say? Some of us come to this tournament to test our strength, or spectate, or whatever. I might fall into the whatever category. But really, I'm just here to find out if there's any materials anywhere I can't drill through. Property damage? Yeah, right. This is what I was made for. Hey, there's some castle ruins over there that you could probably take care of for me. I would pay you all 800 bolts that I currently have. Toxic trouble. Well, speaking of being toxic, I fumbled that joke, whatever. Anyways, onto this level. Nick really seemed to hate this level, so that doesn't bode well. Ooh, it's very pretty though. I like the aesthetics. Aren't these like... I know these enemies from somewhere. Aren't these from like... Yeah, they're from that like obscure Mega Man Base 2 game for whatever like mobile console it was, the Wonder Swan. That that definitely legendary and definitely well-known Japanese exclusive console. Ow. And I mean, I put it down, but I'm going to probably have to play find a way to play that one day. I do want to play all the jump and shoot Mega Man games, so that means I will have to eventually find a way to get over to Mega Man and Base 2 over there. I'd also like to point out, I did not gloss over... What am I trying to say here? I noticed that there was a gate that was just not wall, which is strange to say the least, and poor game design at worst. I would definitely be taking points off if I were a judge of this. Oh no, another enemy that does this toxic sticky crap. Oh no, spiders. Okay, so that one just explodes, and then he'll do a big jump. Okay, that explosion is not just aesthetic, it's real. Well, this isn't like a full boss, I can just go full tilt. Let me check something really quickly here. Okay, yeah, just wanted to make sure of something. Fix that, and open my phone up. There we go. Okay. Alright. I don't know if this music necessarily is... Okay, you could just land on those. That's pretty rude. I don't know if this music is necessarily fitting of Mega Man, but I do kind of like the chiptune style it has going for it. Okay. The enemies in this stage are at least not doing anything horrible. They're not, like, egregiously bad, but they are kind of doing nothing for the most part. Most of them are just kind of hanging out, so, like, not really exactly threatening. You know, there isn't a lot of, like, actual design interaction with the enemies. Also, you know, why would you... I mean, this is kind of one of the most nothing mini-bosses in all of Mega Man. I don't know why you would actually want to include that. You're trying to make a good level. Why is that down there? That doesn't make much sense. Not even any secrets in this. Okay, that's an invisible stand-up spot. Oh, right, because... Okay, this is getting weird and kind of obnoxious now. Yeah, they couldn't really figure out how to make that part work. Oh, not again. I hate this guy. I have a smiley face. Well, I thought this was a custom boss, so that's disappointing from the last level. Apparently it's just another person, another dude. And no checkpoint at the boss gate. Alright. That's frustrating. But could be worse. Okay, I could also just pull out some weapons at this point. Why not? Alright, you. Alright, are you particularly weak to anything? I don't want to be here all day. Not Laser Trident. As much as I wish Laser Trident was my answer to everything. Oh, it's Spark Chaser. You don't like that. There's this thing which moves upwards glitchily for some reason. Not sure what the rationale was behind that one. Alright, got a weakness? Spark Chaser as well. Alright. That'll work. Oh, okay. This goo doesn't just go away. That's not very cool. It's gonna waste all of my Spark Chaser ammo. Alright, time for something else. Okay, Laser Trident. Does less damage, but I don't even have to aim it. Yeah, I feel like this is one person who really, really just loved, you know, the Mega Man and base. What is it? Go Back to the Future, the DeLorean game. It's not really like. Don't need to use assets from that game. There's a reason it remains obscure. Model A, in other words, Model Adorable. Aww, ZX Advent. Hey, that's like part of my stream layout. Maybe I should put this somewhere. Alright. What was the judge commentary on this level? I'm curious. It was not... To me, this is not a 18 points completely unfun level. So I have to wonder how it got this low. It's just kind of there as a level. So like, what happened? Wasn't a pleasant experience, just kind of nothing, blah, 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 blah. The future visuals, oh, I guess they're not custom, they're just from that game. Alright, yeah, they really seem to love that obscure game. Maybe it's one of those types of people who thought that they could just submit something obscure and get it over idiots' heads like me. Maybe seem it unique for that way. Let's see here. Neat aesthetic detail with the leaking pipes, but that's all that's noteworthy. Fight a weird top hat spider. Yeah, the aesthetics on that one's a little odd. Emoji bombs are also out of place. Yeah, let's see. Tends to teleport for no real reason. Yeah, the weird wall one. Broken solids, which is the weird, I mean, that's definitely not a glitch. It's just the fact that it's falling through the ceiling, but that doesn't make it better. That makes it worse. Yeah, pretty pointless enemies, random water, and an annoying gray devil fight. And if you die, you have to go back all the way. Yep. Kind of a... I talk about things I found enjoyable. There's not much positive. I mean, I don't know. It was kind of a rompy stage. I wouldn't say it didn't make me miserable. That's for sure. It wasn't. It wasn't no goddamn Temple of Light and Dark. I'm still scarred by that level. It's probably gonna be my least favorite this entire playthrough. I hope nothing is worse than that. Let's see. Short stage consisting of simple layouts. Yep. Functionality has some issues. Technical issues. Let's see. First and second half of the level themes don't loop properly. Never would have noticed. Yeah, you'd have to go idle, so... More glarings, lack of collision, which should be solid tiles. Yeah, but then they couldn't get the acid drops to work. It's almost like they should have abandoned that idea. It's supposed to be background details, comes as visually inconsistent, and then during the lead up to the boss, where you're phasing through... Well, yeah, kind of odd. Why is the boss? Yeah, why is there no checkpoint before the boss? It's odd. It's very strange. Let's see. Grey Devil with non-despawning projectiles, which is extremely annoying. Yeah, Buster only you have to really probably mash. Thankfully, I didn't want to do that today. Let's see. Trying to keep it so that the other globs don't overtake the floor, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's difficult. Vanilla Dev Kiss boss more interesting. That's, yeah, it's kind of like way too much. Red Devil could use more tuning. Yeah, it was pretty just a very basic change that just made it more tanky. Not super fun. TTT. Let's see. Short level with basic design in it. Yeah, simple everything. Pretty jamming tunes at the least. Yeah. Pachy's the optimist judge. I kind of like their input for some of this. Balancing out some very cynical takes from the other ones. Although I will say 55 is maybe a bit generous. Let's see, repurposing the boss door graphics as pipes, having the acid drip down from them is cool. Let's see here, sea mines, skull mini boss. Skull mini boss? Did that mini boss exist in some other capacity? I guess we'll see it somewhere else. Let's see, standing up in the one wide tunnel. Yeah, you want generic stoppers. And then Grey Devil. Yeah, kind of same thing. The smiley face is cute, but doesn't fit aesthetically. I feel like we're back on MaGMML3 before the community had a good handle on theming, logical architecture, and the importance of playtesting. With assets smashed together, all helter-skelter, pits that look like screen transitions. Are they? I mean, I wouldn't know, but screen transitions that look like pits, or that might as well be pits. Let's see, inconsistent collision, blah, 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 blah. Out of bounds shenanigans. Oh, that makes me want to play the level again. I didn't find any of those. Let's see, yeah, dangers are forgotten. There's really not much memorable to this level. I'm going to forget it the moment I move on. Let's see, some respriting here. Checkpoints are frequent, but it's weird to not be before the boss. There's also no power-ups, but again, at the same time, there's no threat, so who cares? Foreground, background are nice enough, but they lack finesse and variety. Custom sprites do look out of place. They look very much like just 2010's Newgrounds. Well, maybe even a little less than that. Understand the change in the music at the halfway mark. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but... Okay, let's see. There are things I like. Appreciate the idea of the acid pipe that runs the entire length of the level. It is cool. It's a nice theme, but, you know, it's not a gimmick that's really expanded upon very much so. Acid pairs well with the Uranus platforms, although it's a little bit rough, and it only happens once, too, which is kind of sad. It could have happened more. Crude skull in the background of the first mini-boss adds some character. Sea mine for shield totem is smart. Second mini-boss works well underwater. I could recommend this level as a practice for aspiring playtesters, but not much else without major revision. And then Ace Spark, let's see. Why did you give the Mets more health? Yeah, that was very confusing. Yeah, dull level, kind of a nothing burger. Soft blocks from screen transitioning incorrectly. Oh, that would be... Yeah, that would have lowered my opinion, certainly. A few checkpoints. Yeah, graphics are kind of inconsistent. They're not thematically well. Tile set's odd. Let's see. Still fairly good ambiance. Yeah, that is nice. The aesthetics in this level is where I would give most of my points. Has an identity in spite. Oop, wait, nope. Controller failure. Level has an identity in spite of itself. Yikes. And that ambience is working until the music track changes, and then, yeah, it kind of goes away. Detriment, and the Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid Devil. She should have came through a wall. It would have added a lot more to those aesthetics. It'd be great if you only know tedious FK boss, made it way more irritating. Yeah. making him worse to fight. Oh, so I have to fight more of those things. That's great. I'm so glad that I'm going to have to see more of the Gray Devil, the most annoying stock boss I've found so far in this competition. Let's see. Keep quiet about us in here. None of us bought tickets to the tournament. Because, you know, cockroach robots don't really have money. But we really need to see those battles. I'm sure you can find money somewhere. Cockroaches. You can easily root around for some. 10 of you! We had to keep the brats from fighting. Kids these minutes, not like back in my hour. It's funny because they're gonna die soon. New best support the junk robot going in. The underdog. Literally this time. I'll get to you later, Crypt Man. Let's see. The Hey-Mei trials? Now, just what in the hell does that even mean? I certainly wouldn't have thought of Hornet Man when I heard the word Hey-Mei. Or the jumble of syllables, Hey-Mei. Spike that no one will die to! I suppose it could be a part of the aesthetics. Maybe that's why you would... instant transition to Napalm Man? Sure. Well, we're at a very aesthetically confused level now. Alright, hey Rush, you wanna go anytime soon? Let's see, shoutouts to Stinkterios, credits to Tater Tot Tunes for the Wily Gear Fortress 8-bit remake too. Oh yeah, Tater Tot Tunes, I recognize them. He makes some pretty fun stuff. Oh, that's... you're supposed to go down there. Okay. Okay. Goodbye, Joe. Not dealing with you again. I've had enough Joes already in this competition. Yeah, okay. Fine, you got me with that one. And non-instant death spikes. Appreciate it. Now, what's that dubious little secret up here? And a transition to Woodman's tile set. Alright, the stage is very confused. The stage is extremely graphically confused. Oh god, I'm actually terrible at fighting Ballade. I was never quite sure how to do it. Very much a test of quick reaction time. Ah, damn. I was about to pause and use knee tank there. Oh well. Just come back for it. Damage this time. Alright. Alright, we tried to do things fairly. Let's just get Ballade out of the way. We have 160 other bosses to go in this tournament. Alright, and very early energy element. The timing on that feels off. Not sure why that was a necessary inclusion. I think the side path would have worked better if it was, you know, just the token. Maybe fight Ballade to get the token, then the pacing of the level wouldn't be kind of weird and ruined. Although it's not like I have to backtrack very far, although maybe that's also to the detriment of this level too. What's the point of making a second energy element, making me replay the whole stage? And just excited for every tile set I see? No reason to use all of these. Yeah, we went from a stage that is at least aesthetically pleasing with enemies not doing anything to a stage with enemies doing something that is aesthetically kind of horrifying. I have no idea what the platform state of that is, so I'm just gonna move past it. Okay. Okay, so we have a mechanic that was completely unclear. Kind of a neat one to have to actually unlock gates, but, you know, I didn't even recognize or register that red button was up there, let alone that it would do something. Kind of off the beaten path to put that. Okay, so there was supposed to be something to do over there. I guess I was supposed to jump? I thought I was high up when I was doing the screen transition. Maybe there isn't, and I just have to do it here. In which case, I mean, like, this token's kind of pointless. Like, there's no challenge in getting it. It's a pulse check. Like, do you have a pulse? Did you see that there was anything on the screen? A very obvious, moving, flashing item on the screen before you. And you remember that for 4 seconds as you come into the next screen. Oh, I might have made a mistake here. Oh, nope. Saved. Never punished. Oh, I wonder if there's a secret down here. There is. How do I get out? Do I just go? Okay, so that's not a pit. Anything to this side? No. Okay. Is this the boss? Well, I'm guessing it's not the final boss, if that block is anything to indicate. You can't use laser trident, that's not fair. That's the weapon that I'm supposed to have for this tournament, not you. At free token. Okay, sure. Let's see, the boss in the preceding boss room originally had boss barrier objects placed over a reflect block. Okay, so they only delete solids. This path was unbeatable. It has been replaced with tiles that look like reflect blocks. Okay, so this level was just not completable when it was submitted. Yeesh. Anything over here? No? Okay, just another kind of pit, not pit. Hey, at the very least, the stage designer seems to have settled on a tile set. Been consistently Splash Woman for a while. And just as I say otherwise, we end up getting random Hornet Man graphics again. Hell. You almost had a good thing going. Alright, what, are we gonna have to fight Hornet Man now? Oh no, Vesper Woman. Or Honey Woman. Oh, but it's just Hornet Man, but with jumping. So actually far easier. Yeah, this is a less threatening Hornet Man. The actual Hornet Man is a lot tougher to deal with. Alright, let's get the weapons. I don't want to be here forever. Oh, that's what the honey does, at least. It does something. Alright, drop an ice wall. That works. Oh, Megaman, no, move! You're gonna get crushed! Alright, fight the tier 2 boss, but I'm sure you have more stages to go. Yeah, so that stage was a mess. That was a mess. There was nothing coherent about that stage. There's even that like red symbol gimmick for a second there that unlocked the gate. Did not come back. This was just enemies and a billion tile sets and random like 2-3 bosses sprinkled in for good measure. I don't get it. And this level was submitted on time too. There's no time penalty here. That's yeah, this level is kind of offending my almonds a little bit here. Yeah, consistency is not a strong point at all. Let's see, design goes, there's not much here. Let's see, most of the encounters are in fact, yep, there. At the very least, they do a little bit more than the previous level, where the encounters are basically non-existent. Let's see, harmless enemies, Splash Woman section. Let's see. Platforming is a little bit tough in the Splash Woman section, but that's it. Skullman Room is the custom idea, but it never comes back again. Let's see, short level, doesn't do much, not cohesive. Yep. Nope, wrong button. Let's see, there's not really a whole lot to say here. Incredibly bare bones level with very little going on. Yep, very basic. All sorts of random everything. The boss fight's the only kind of engagement possible. let's see, spike drop, but it's not instant kill, and also kind of a weird first thing to do. Let's see here. Starting up on the left side, it's pretty difficult. Switch gimmick. You can show up more, but yeah, it's only that one time, so the stage doesn't really have much, again, of an identity. Pachy, hey may, hey bale. There isn't a whole lot going on the stage. Yeah, it's pretty just kind of there. In a motor section, but most of the spikes block the mine anyways, so really who cares? Let's see here. Few engine-built bosses on plain areas don't really change things up, so yeah, not very impressive. Inconsistent tile collisions, such as the bones on one string serving as a top solid and full solid in another spot. Didn't notice that, mostly because that bone area was so, like, wrong looking. I didn't want to test anything. Let's see. Past it looked like they bleed somewhere, but just a dead end. Yeah. Interacting with boss gates while you're on screen edge can really screw things up. Counted several new words in the level titles for the contest, but hey may the Stumper. Yeah, I have no idea what that's meant to do. Best explanation I found is that it's a Quechua. Probably got that wrong. The word that means to collaborate. That is indeed the case, and multiple people work together to relay style to create this level. I can understand what went wrong. Yeah, not much communication between them. Otherwise, I'm going to assume Heimei means incomprehensible mess. Scenery and enemy monster are going to change every few screens. There needs to be a clear reason why. A text block explaining the premise would be an easy fix. Yeah, if you want to just say like, oh wow, all the robots are collaborating. That'd be kind of better. Or like, yeah, teleporters. You want to make a Dr. Light's trial kind of thing? Go for that. Let's see, structural polish is not a strong point. Inconsistent use of collision. Suspicious architecture hinting at non-existent secret areas. You got that right. And then blatant architecture hinting at a obvious secret area that doesn't need to be secret either. Hits that made me confused as well. Yep. And then the level was unbeatable until dev team intervention. Let's see. I don't think any amount of playtesting could have saved the level without an obvious theme or premise tying it together. It's just pointless, unrelated challenges. Very true. Let's see here. Collect this unavoidable token. Yeah, why is that for free? It's kind of strange. Let's see. The water air. Oh, horribly shrill music. Come on now. You don't enjoy the Rockman 4 MI music? Flashman 85. It's nice. Water area is better, but it's not really fun. I guess it could be after being fatal. I think it was more just if there still wasn't much going on. Just take it slow when there's no threat. High Winner Fight is inventive, but I'm not sure it's enjoyable. The flower pots hiding between the floor nubs and the dock runs struggling against the conveyor are cute, if ineffectual. Firework is nice within each section. That's the best I can say about this Heimei of a level. Then let's see. Some level concepts just are going to always struggle to be pulled off well, and this wasn't. Go through new segments of past Megaman stages. An idea that sounds kind of cool, but in reality is just a bunch of, to quote Roll Mithril, half-cheeked segments do little or nothing original or novel. They just very much exist. So true. Oh, this is a long one from A-Spark. This really got A-Spark's gears going, huh? You choose to go faster than a larger single experience rather than something like MaGMML, a game where they build off the essence of earlier areas, then have no context other than past Megaman games. Yeah, I mean, I guess if all these levels were like, or the different tile sets were from parts of the original game, you can make it something, but not here. Both types are normally climaxes of the games they are in. In this case, the Heimei Trials is going to arbitrarily end up somewhere in the middle. Oh, in the middle, that's generous. And as a result, lose any sort of memorability. Post-judging comment. Little boy was off about that one. Yeah. I think this is a weird thing to focus on. The music choice really suggests this is what you wanted to do with the level. What? Most of the stage is incredibly basic. Spike drop, jump across this, blah, 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 blah. It's obstacles rather than blockers. Single screen with the weird red orb key is weird. Yeah, it was very odd. I don't know what was up with that. Using this game, it wasn't even attempted, wasn't used like this. No, it was just kind of there, one screen, not much of anything. So before, I really don't like Robot Masters showing up as mid-bosses, especially without changes for no real reason. It isn't novel. If it isn't a new take on them, yeah, if it isn't a new take on them, then I also don't want just Robot Masters as mid-bosses. It's kind of like, why? These are meant to be end bosses, even if some of them are easy. Yeah. valid enemy energy element path is so short it might as well not be there. Yeah, exactly. It just makes you restart for nothing. Add the hardest dead kit boss into your stage in a rather unjustified manner. Let's see, screen transitions. There's many spots we're going into those. We'll get you shunted into the ceiling or terrain. How do all the devs manage to do this? I haven't managed to find a single one of these yet. But the worst spot is the entrance to the end boss fight against Honey Woman. Hugging the left wall here can place you soft block. Didn't know. And despawns the boss. Let's see, more cares any of screen transitions. Pay attention to where the player can end up, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, a very much kind of there level that could have had some potential, but just got nothing going for it. It almost had something with a gimmick that was poorly explained, but just completely left in the dust. Nothing to do. I will not remember this level after talking to Cryptman. Many worthy challenges can be found here, even in the bottom rungs of the gauntlets. Even if the going gets tough, perhaps unbearable, one must press on and break through these barriers. Okay, thank you for the random motivational speech, man. I didn't know that was your new MO. Trouble in the fortress. Yeah, this is a fortress? Kinda happy for a fortress. Oh, and here's Wily, back to his old tricks. I wonder where that guy is. As I hate to say it, I want you to rescue my fortress, because my robots just malfunctioned out of nowhere. So I say, is this, please, for my sake, do it. Okay, I guess we're running a favor for fake Wily now. Oh, okay. Oh, there's an enemy in this level. I thought this was just gonna be, you know, empty, abandoned fortress. Okay. Another stage of enemies kind of being there. Hey, at the very least, I'll say this. The tile set's consistent in this one. Oh, okay. And that's a reasonable use of that gimmick. I mean, granted, I only had to stop for one, but still, at the very least, we have something going. We have steam that might be everywhere in this level now. Alright, the level maybe took a screen to actually get something going, but at least now we have a couple elements of design here. I don't know if they're exactly pressuring me to, you know, make them work together, but I do like now that I have to consider something. I have to consider where these tiny cracks in the floor are. Maybe the visibility on those cracks could be a little bit better, but maybe that's also subtracting from how valid of a challenge they pose. Oh, okay. I like that, actually. The one on a 45-degree angle. That's not something I would have expected in this. Just because, you know, almost everything is on just right angles in the Megaman universe. So I like that aesthetically, but it ultimately didn't do a whole hell of a lot. Okay, well, I bungled that. Also, ineffectual blocky. If I can just snipe him from the other side, then why am I gonna bother truly fighting him? I was about to say, at the very least, the crazy cannons aren't jump scaring me, but there we go, we got one. Narrowly avoiding it. Oh, hell no. Not dealing with this. Enemy theming is also at the very least... Ah, my beautiful perfect run! Enemy theming is at the very least consistent. We have the same enemies being used throughout, so that's good. I keep expecting one of these pits to just have, you know, some kind of pop-up enemy in it. They just... I don't know. There's so many of them placed for some reason, and the fact that everything around us is so blank that I feel like this level is due for a jump scare. Yeah, okay, well, the idea for the steam was nice, but it didn't really do very much. Oh, and we're back to Honey Woman. Okay. Oh, what's this? Honey Woman is actually more difficult now that there's not just platforms everywhere? Yeah, okay, wow. Coincidentally, having these two bosses, like, right next, or these two stages right next to each other really highlights how the last stage just made Honeywoman ineffectual. Like, that those platforms detracted from Honeywoman's fight. It made her too easy. That was, at least, I had to turn my brain on for that one. Alright, so another stage was, yeah, again, not much to say. I feel like we're gonna have a good number of those. We might be past the truly horrible levels. Yeah, whack ton of gas cracks, a few enemies that we don't always see, which is great, but yeah, the elements are kind of bare bones. Things are kind of weirdly stitched together. Let's see here. Mid-bat boss of Suzak and Whopper. Yeah, if I would have actually bothered to fight that, there might have been something interesting to it, but I was not about to. I don't feel like those two patterns were gonna work together. Let's see. Oh, the beta tile set with the Blight Root background. Well, alright. Yeah, having a beta tile set then is not excellent. Dev kit crash here once, but let's see. That's all the 6 in my head. It's not a great thing of quality. Okay. Sorry, nothing. Oh dear. While I'd rather not leave my review as a short joke, this is one instance where I feel my hand is being forced. Mainly because there's not really much to say about the stage. Semi-notable thing is that, let's see, this double mini-boss, and misaligned Suzak, which causes the fight to break. That would have been fun to see, but oh well, missed it. Otherwise, it's an incredibly bare-bones level, with very basic room and enemy layouts. There's not much more to it than that, unfortunately. Afternoon's work, very lackluster. It's probably the most critical thing we've heard Pachy say yet. Default tile set, single colored background, kind of dull. Enemies don't really combine with the stage layout or themselves. Let's see here. All kind of by themselves. The Waveman Steam is interesting. It's kind of fun to try to see it as a gimmick, but it doesn't do a whole lot. They're up in portrait in the token room. Yeah, that's true. There's no reason to go around it like I did. Ringman boss fight isn't really looking at you. And then boss is just Honeywoman. Yep. It doesn't make sense with the theming either. I would love to playtest your clearly in progress level. You add some background graphics, swap out the default dev kit tile set. Something resembling a fortress. The premise falls flat without the aesthetics to back it up. It's also hard to tell what's a bottomless pit, and whether the nice sounding, slightly quiet music actually fits the atmosphere. There's gameplay, the level's off to a decent start. Some introductions might catch player off guard, but most are fine. Yep. There's, again, no power-ups. Particularly shaped challenge arcs. Yeah, they seem to combine. They understand combining gimmicks, but not in a meaningful way. No complaints about checkpoint placement or level length. Challenges tend to be spaced too far apart, lacking complexity. Yeah, it's very much kind of a nothing level. More inconveniently placed water spouts, like one on the gachapon screen, would inject some urgency and trickiness into these largely unremarkable challenges. Second gachapon screen? What was that? Unmemorable level. Just keep moving on. Diagonal water spouts could be interesting if used outside of the token room. Yeah. Let's see. Tight situations would have been good. And mini boss fight. Looks better than it has any right to. I might have to go try that out on my own. The level is absolutely playable, but one text box and a consistent gimmick are the only things that give it some kind of directions. Yeah, there's otherwise not much challenge, not much progression, not much actual use of challenges, or of assets. Another round of playtesting before submission. Who are you? Extremely unusual character. Ghost of Jacob Marley. You sure? I don't remember Jacob Marley looking so metallic. Scrapyard's the graveyard for robots. Pretty morbid to be hanging out here, isn't it? Well, that's how I like it anyways. Only thing that'd make it better is if more ghosts and sprite spirits showed up. Think robots leave ghosts? That's a loaded question, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I'm just out here caked up on a Monday. Like, don't ask me these existential questions. I'm just trying to enjoy good Megaman levels. Okay, water. Wily's Redemption. Alright, potentially interesting premise, although kind of doesn't make sense considering the rest of the story. Also, that's not a good sign. Let's see, Fragile Man over there has all the details about why this is skippable. There's also a token by that second element. So we can find all those key. That was a loud XP for some reason. All those keys, hold on to them and not even die once. They're not even very good back scratchers. Why would you use a chip as a back scratcher? Anyway, feel free to try the level, but we've made copies of all the elements and tokens, so can't be bothered. Also, I would say for the first time, this is a level that's too loud. All the other levels had to have been tweaked in some way, but Impact Man's theme is just, I can barely hear my own thoughts right now. The level should be skippable because of how tedious getting the second element is. You die even once. Oh, cool. Restart from the beginning. Ah, my leg. I am going to... Okay, yeah, no, it's options time. Please, God, help my ears. Okay, there we go. That's more reasonable. Probably overcorrected, but I was not about to play the whole stage with that. What's this? Small pets? You gonna do any? Okay. Okay, enemy that was clearly just there. Oh, okay. I'll say that's at least considerate if you want to use these things. Thanks for telling me that you're a monster. You also have to use the most annoying ones that take forever to go back in. Okay, come on. Don't got all day here. No need for all of these big tanky enemies. Especially when they don't do anything, they just stand there. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be contributing to the level. I don't know, my secret sense is tingling. Am I good or what? Although, I don't know what that sound effect was, because it wasn't a chip. There's, oh, it was a key. That's mean. You really shouldn't be hiding, like, a needed well, not needed, but, like, you know, an important collectible in a place you can't see. Oh, alright, bye. Nothing over here, no secrets. Alright. Hey, the aesthetics of the level is starting to pick up, though. Things are actually kind of bright. Oh, hi? Just screwing around leads to another key. I don't know if the Jevil boss music is quite a good fit for this. Okay, that's interesting. It looks like it's at least coming out from the background. I was about to say, it looks kind of... Alright, well, it looks kind of funny having it just appear from the middle there. Doesn't really do a whole lot. Was that thing always there in the ceiling? I don't feel like it was. No? Okay. Cute idea to actually have different terrain while fighting that mini-boss, but, it looks kind of janky. Oh, that's what these are. Okay. Wait a minute, why am I fighting the Joe the Fairway? Shields mean nothing to me. Oh, Fireball is off screen. Damn it. One of these days I'll accidentally get a no damage level in. Okay, is there now a secret hidden third key somewhere? That's exactly kind of what I'm expecting out of this level at this point. Okay, why this melting system? Anything different up here? Why this cooling system? Alright, I don't know. Let's stick on the cold path. Random ice? No, okay. No fake walls over there. Oh, hello. I was not expecting just ice to suddenly fall from the ceiling. Let's have fun. Let's just use Ice Wall for no good reason. And now we're done with it. Immediately, mildly inconvenient terrain, Ice Wall becomes useless. Okay, I will say there seems to be at least a little bit more thought to how enemies are being used in this level. I feel slightly awake while playing this one. I won't say it's exactly riveting. It's just a bunch of random enemy encounters and fighting a random Proto Man. I don't know, random Proto Man destroy a wall. About as equivalent. Yeah, I would say that still most things are just kind of here. Okay. I imagine this is where you come from the heating path. Any other secrets down here? No. Alright. Okay, I'm guessing the keys have something to do with the second energy element. That would only make sense for the whole, you know, if you die kind of thing. Oh, hey, what's that up there? Ignore this element. Oh, there's 4. I guess I missed one. Alright. Well, those aren't hints. Those are just exactly telling you where they are. Across the gap, 3 under the trash. Okay, well, I got 3 and 4. And 1. So I now need to go back and figure out... Wait. Oh, yeah, because I just picked up... Wait, wouldn't I have... Wait a minute, hold on, what? I picked up 3 keys in the level. I picked up the one behind the Wily sign. I found the one in the trash. And then I just walked into one for the ice. Did one of my keys get eaten somehow? Whatever, we'll go back and do it. So the Wily thing across the gap. I don't know what the hell that means. And then under the trash. Then secret connection between the ice and cold, which is pretty sure exactly what I just got. I mean, between ice and cold. Alright. Oh, try the level again. See what we can get. Well, VOD watchers, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. If you're on this channel, I could tell you there are at least a couple of new things incoming. I am still working... almost got me to use the M-Tank again. I am working on, you know, making clips out of these streams. I made one out of the the power of public transportation. I have a couple others in the works, like to clip me cheesing the dragon fight in X6 meme, because I think that one was funny and worth showing. I do eventually hope to kind of supercut all of my progress here eventually, because I think that there is, you know, something worth cataloging my experiences with the crappy levels, though I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get to that one. Alright, we're just rush jetting this section. I'm not doing this again. You know, I probably won't get supercuts out anytime soon, but I will at least be... I'm doing my best to get clips out now. DaVinci Resolve was interesting to work with. I mean, I've learned a lot of new skills from this whole streaming thing. I now know a little bit of Blender, know a little bit of DaVinci Resolve for video editing. I know, well, I knew some CapCut, although there's not much reason for me to know it now. So, I don't know, it's kind of nice, this whole experience, even if it doesn't really go anywhere. But, I mean... I shouldn't quite say that. It is going somewhere, right? Like, I have now 10 subscribers, and, okay, across the gaps. It's supposed to be over here? I checked over here. You know, 10 subscribers. One of the streams got 100 views. That's really exciting. Yeah, no, I mean, the channel is certainly going somewhere. I just have to actually keep up with all the content, you know, creation. Okay, wait, so hold on. There was... Across the gap, but... Hold on. So, it's supposed to... Okay, I might as well just recover Rush Jet at this point. Continue checkpoint? No. Alright. So, secrets were at the Wily thing, at the Wily logo, across the gap, in the trash, and then between ice and cold. I have already, I'm pretty sure I already found 1, 3, and 4. I don't know where across the gap could be though, because there's just like there's no level left. There's no level between, you know, tokens 1 and 3. One screen. Now, I already crossed the titular gap, so I'm not sure what that even could be at this point. Alright, so we got that one. There's not much to say. There's no secret ladders here. No secret invisible ladders in the ceilings. This is the kind of shit that we have to actually look out for in the low tiers. It's crazy. Die. Ah, shield attacker wins again. Is there maybe something back here? No. Okay, well, I'm already truly puzzled. That thing just dies. I tried getting over here, but there's nothing. Go in the trash pile. Do I maybe just need to explore the heat area and they got their numbers mixed up? Like, what's going on here? Spark Chaser's not it. Just want to get through this quickly. It's probably Tornado Blow. Just like in the original. Yeah, here we go. Alright, get me out of here. If I don't find it this time, I'll just do it off screen. Nothing stupid and secret in the walls there. This is very much a level that just kind of goes on and on and on. Is there anything in the heat section? Okay, well, pop-up notification for tackle fires is appreciated. They kind of signal themselves very well. Oh, I don't need to see you guys ever again after X6 meme, thank you. You were annoying in Mega Man 2, and you're even worse in Make a Good Mega Man level 3. There was nothing here. There was nothing here. There was nothing here to find either. Oh, people really love using this mini-boss, huh? Oh, and it's glitched out. Cool. Crash melting in progress. Okay. I guess there's at least more going on in this path. I do like the theming of this path. The theming of this level has been pretty cool and consistent so far, but nothing particularly striking. The Quint helmet is fun, but again, not particularly striking. I see that there was a warning for these, but it's kind of disorienting to use these in a different manner than, or with like a different indicator sprite than in the original Mega Man 9. I don't know if I quite like this. Okay, and I found nothing. Excellent. Alright, I'll just come back to do this eventually. Oh, there's some weird glitching on those tiles? Okay, maybe just me. I can see that on my screen. The Dr. Wily logo has some flickering sprites. Yeah, isn't this a key up here? No, that was... What was that? Alright, we'll, I'll do this another day. But, oh yeah, the dev commentary for this level. Theming, nice. Use of enemies, mostly nice, but not super interesting, memorable, mostly just a bunch of enemy challenges. So yeah, I can't see rating it's too much higher either. Also, why is it called Wily's Redemption? It doesn't have anything to do with Wily being redeemed in any way. Okay. The up and down warning signs are beautiful, and I want 100 of them airlifted to my house. Yeah, that was also very considerate of the dev. Let's see. Concept of Fire Ice Split Path, which is cool, although the weird weapons archive thing just doesn't add very much. Let's see, yeah, most praise you can offer. It's kind of boring. Yeah, the weapons archive thing is just a tedious bullet sponge. It doesn't actually do anything. Let's see. Dull level design, standard enemy challenges, fire sections jankies, a broken mini-boss, and ineffective lasers. Yeah, it's just kind of a bunch of hopping over pits slowly. It just slows you down. It doesn't make you actually, like, try to avoid them. Endgame is not an improvement. If anything, it's the opposite. For starters, a boss corridor with no boss, a boring anticlimax. Second element tries to be interesting with the keys, but let's see, needlessly annoying and difficult to get, even with the hints. That massive build-up ends with another missing boss. I get it, programming a boss is difficult and time-consuming, but let's see, with 50 dev kit bosses, you could have at least had something. Yeah, I mean, I didn't actually get to that point, but that's good to know that that was also a disappointment. Makes sense why it's also low down here. Let's see, everybody loves the up and down warning sign. Layouts are basic. You know what? I'm actually going to save this commentary until I actually get to, I do the casino chips off screen, just to save something for myself a little bit there. For this, the boss assigned this place. What? I heard. Uh-oh, having a stroke on stream. I heard the boss assigned to this place can fix basically anything. Think about those implications. Perhaps they can fix my reputation or my relationship with my wife. Wow. All right. Hey, I like oversharing a bunch of the next guy, but I think you might have gone a little bit too far there, up and down. This is a little competition, and it's probably an engineer. They solve practical problems. Call me Ishmael. All right. Kind of a... I don't know how that's going to relate to the level at all, but sure. One energy element, one token should be... Oh yeah, I can turn the music back up now that I'm not in Impact Man Hell from the previous stage. Let's do that. Oh wait, not that one. There we go. Okay, so far we're just... Hello? Why can't I charge? Okay, that's weird. Why can't I charge my Buster in this? Oh wait, nope, there it is. It's back again. Was back again for a second. Did I break my shoot button? We're gonna continue. Oh, did I accidentally change it? Yeah, I accidentally changed it while I was in the menu. Whoopsie. Forgot that they have a Buster charge thing here. Hold. There we go. Alright, Xbox 360 controller getting me again. I really should invest in a different controller. I have a third-party thing for, like, using the GameCube controller, but I don't feel like that would lend itself too well to Mega Man. Oh, that doesn't look good. That's kind of just a void in the background. Hey, Alan. It's nice to see you in the stream. You've joined us, still towards the end of Tier 2, taking on some... The levels have gone away from being aggressively bad to now just kind of aggressively there. It reminds you of Iceman a lot. Gee, I wonder why. It's almost all Iceman graphics. At the very least, they... Oh, hello, whale. Oh, hello, whale. Ah, okay, I see, I get it. They were, that whale from earlier actually does teach you something. Okay, there's no element that way. This was one thing. Yeah, where are the easy invisible blocks? Alan, you found those easy in your Mega Man playthrough, right? I mean, the disappearing blocks, there's certainly been easier places in Mega Man stages. They weren't that bad, were they? Or are you perhaps thinking of, a completely different concept from the Ice Bad stages? Yeah, but right after. Yeah, Footholders can burn in hell. I don't ever need to see those things ever again. No one in the Mega Man community does. Speaking of things I don't need to ever see again, I don't need to see crystal droppers in my life ever again. Those things are annoying. Okay. Theming is at least consistent here on this level. Ow, but I don't need this in my life. I cannot stand the crystal droppers are just RNG if they're going to drop fast or drop slow. And it's most of the time it's going to drop fast, so you never expect it to actually give you an opening. I hope that I just hope that people stop using those eventually. They're not good gimmicks. What was a decent gimmick, at least, was to have the whales in this level. I liked that. It wasn't exactly very challenging, the segments, but you had a custom asset, a semi-custom asset. You used them properly, and the challenge did ramp up with each iteration. Of course, you know, the level was kind of already over before it really got going, in my opinion. Now we're just kind of having a pretty simple Splash 1 fight, and that's about all. Stage feel like it lacked enemies? I don't think it lacked enemies. I feel like it just lacked them in meaningful locations. They certainly had enemies around. It's just that they weren't doing much most of the time. You could just kind of buster them off screen. They didn't really layer the challenges too well together. And the time that the challenges did layer together just landed, like, they didn't last very long. Most of the stage was over before it began. I'll also say, why is it called Call Me Ishmael? That has nothing to do with the entire level. No theming whatsoever. Oh, well, Mick kind of, correct me there. It's a Moby Dick reference, but who the hell in our generation has read Moby Dick? Let's see, Beach Moby, the introduction of platforms. That's pretty cool, yeah. Let's see. Bottomless pools is a neat one. Props for the larger platforms, making it more fair to fight enemies on top of them. Unfortunately, Sage does not do a lot with them. There's canopellers, sure, but you can just ignore them. Yeah, most of the time they just kind of miss. The crystals are involved, but the crystal droppers are forgotten. No, I think it's a good thing that the crystal droppers are forgotten. I really don't want to see those ever again in my life. Thank you. Short ice water level. The enemy set's alright, with the wall blaster avoiding the typical bad placements. Water and chill blocks is appropriate for the gimmicks. Let's see, something of difficulty curve, but it ends quickly. Yeah, just with the Splash Woman, and that's it. Let's see. Yeah, I'd love to see the Moby Fair again. It's a cool idea. I bet it'll be recurring when we get to like the dev summary stages. What happens if I don't call you Ishmael? What happens then? Let's see. I want to like it more than I currently do, but can't ignore faults. Moby platforms are the main hook. While they're charming, they're not really used very interesting. Let's see. Enemies crystal jetters pose a little threat. Post invincibility helps. There's so many whales. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. Is the water splash whenever a new Moby spawns in? Actual level design doesn't feel fleshed out enough. Yeah, just kind of a breeze to play through. Except for this part with the out positioned in a small jump from a chain of ice blocks. I don't remember where that was, so it didn't even stick in my head. Let's see, for what it's worth, it has potential to be really neat. It's just that the level design of Moby platforms need more polish. Yep, so call me maybe. Alright, Pachy's still out here trying to make jokes, we respect it. Strange name aside. See? So another person who didn't read Moby Dick. Understandable. Amateurish, Little Baron. Funny idea. Doesn't do much with them. Blah 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 blah. Stage could use some expansion to its gimmick. Let's see, mischievous quirks, weird splashing sound effects. Some background tiles get cut off. Yeah, those are very noticeable, and I bet Flashman's gonna have a hell of a lot to say about that. Splash Woman is here. Hi. Some minutes ago, never mind how long precisely. Having little to no zenny in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. It was visually homogeneous and full of tiling mistakes, and I fell onto an unmarked bottomless pit and died. Hang on, that's a terrible story. Let me start again. Not the most professional level in the contest. There's some obvious issues with missing collision, sound effects, but the music is pleasant, the design gets things right, or many others that get things wrong. Introductions, difficulty progressions, challenges, power-ups, checkpoints, layout, length, oh my! It's so refreshing to spend under 5 minutes beating a level that has such a logical flow, clearly defined sections, a balanced difficulty, and a structure of teaching and then testing the player. Let's see. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, agree with the judges so far. There's makings for a competent level, but they didn't really give it that extra oomph it needed to be something special. Let's see. Charms me to spend so much levels riding the movies, whales, whatever. Let's see. First section has a lot of empty space. Last section gets repetitive. Wall blaster's underused. And rush jet can bypass most of the level. Yeah, but come on, you're not having fun if you're not using the movies. Some also solid setups. Ice blocks are consistent as well. And falling crystals pair really well with whales. I only wish the whales would have made it into the boss fight. Now that would have been interesting. What if you had to actually fight Splash Woman on the whales? That makes Splash Woman's pattern a bit more of a threat. I think that would have been very cool design. See? That's why these people are judges. They have good ideas. Simple stage with a little bit of charm. Giving personality to a moving platform does get the level a bit of a theme. But you did end up repeating that challenge multiple times with a little difference. Yes. Let's see. Level does look and feel like a frozen water stage. Stage is a number of strangely placed tiles and overall lack of detail. Very blue. Yeah. Samey, unremarkable. I don't even notice the ow-ow that they keep referring to. Oh, this is very short. Oh my gosh. By the way, the title is a Moby Dick reference, not a book I've read, so I had to look it up. Thank you. Somebody is speaking the voice of reason here. Okay, how many more tier 2 levels we got? Oh, still an... Oh, you look interesting. Sorter bot. The staff has us working overtime now that this area is being used for the tournament. And that time I found all sorts of odd things lying about. Old machine parts, ripped up documents, highly dangerous toxins, miscellaneous fruits and vegetables. I'd like to know more about the toxins, thank you. I'll find a child hiding in the scrap. Well, I bet you will find a child hiding in the scrap somewhere, too, now. There'll be the little extra bonus for this area. Grassy Plains. We're gonna get a Kirby level? What's that over there? That's like special graphics for something that... Oh, that's probably the other side. Yeah, it's actually... that's where we came from. Hey, we're right. It's a Kirby level. Okay, teleporting in midair. Kind of weird, unpolished. Thanks for playing my creator's terrible level. He wants me to tell you that all non-div kit assets used were designed by him, except for the music, which is from Nezumi Man. Have fun. Uh-oh, we have somebody played Nezumi Man. Oh, okay, those do fall. Oh, and I finally clipped into a wall. Hooray! But it didn't kill me, so I don't get to have dev rage. For anybody who doesn't know, Nezumi Man is a fairly notoriously difficult, at least I'm pretty sure I remember it being a notoriously difficult troll hack. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm just getting it confused with the Cat Mario because it uses all the same assets. Oh. Oh. Those platforms take a very long time to come back. Oh, and that transitioned with me. Interesting. My patience is rising. Yeah, in fact, let's just... Moving, bouncing? Oh. Bouncing platforms when it gets blank. Okay. Alright, I like that idea. That's interesting. Not the bees? I mean, they're not that... Well, okay, they are threatening when they're in very weird spots. Oh god, why 2 of these things? The community already hates these things alone. I don't need 2 of them. But, I mean, that was interesting to have it just bounce me when there was a gap there. I like that idea. Are we going to use more tiles that do weird things when there's a gap? Or is that going to just appear once and that's it? We've definitely had some levels that are like that. Okay, just straight vertical climb. This is gonna get tedious when I miss... That wasn't expected. Just random uncommunicated gravity flip twice that didn't have much bearing other than a gotcha moment. Okay, sure. Oh, okay, good. We actually do get to use these tiles a couple times. I was afraid they would just go completely unused again. Okay, that's... How do you navigate that? At least the checkpoint's right here. Oh, but the platform is mistimed with the checkpoint, making the player have to wait an additional, like, 10 seconds between attempts. Game development sin! Oh, that's how you get past it. Alright, okay, the slope platforms are really throwing me off here. They don't really make sense in the context of Mega Man. What the... Oh, okay, that was a decaying platform. Alright, some of these gimmicks are not portrayed super well. But yeah, the slope is throwing me off. Like, I'm thinking, oh, that's not a place I can stand. That's Mega Man logic. But... yeah. That wasn't very communicated well. Alright, we have these blocks again for some reason. And a random transition onto them. A blind one, in fact. But hey, I didn't have any forward momentum. Why'd I get bounced forward? Here we go again. And impatience gets me. Alright, fine. You have to... Now we're at a boring level. A boring level that doesn't offer a whole lot of challenge. So now the test is if I can just stay awake for long enough to get through this. Oh my god, it does actually move me off directionally. That's a little annoying. Also, I seem to have missed my ride. I wonder if that comes back. I'm not going to bet that it does. Oh, it does. Just after a very long time? I don't know. Again, not super well thought out. Why? Why would you do this? This is just mean. Asking me to time my ride on the crumbling platform? Okay, they're a lot more lenient. At least they follow Mega Man 3 Rush Jet rules, it seems. I was gonna think that they were just gonna start hopelessly crumbling the moment I stepped onto them. And random tile set switch. Okay. Okay, well, at the very least, you reintroduced the Drill Man gimmick, but it... Why did we switch to this tile set? It's a very aesthetically unpleasing choice. Also, random pit. That I'm just expected to trust fall down. Okay. Something back here. Trust fall again. Okay. Now I just feel like we're kind of lost in... we're just lost in the Great Maze now. There's... any theming that this level had just went straight out the window. Because now we're also dealing with Concrete Man tiles and a new background, a whole new set of gimmicks, when the original set of gimmicks was kind of interesting if you just would have kept going with it. So... yeah, I don't know where the hell we are right now. In any sort of terms. Literal, metaphorical. And again, the random gravity switch. I'm kind of at a loss for words on this level. Things are just... I wouldn't even say things are happening. Things have just, like, happened, and now we have to deal with them. Am I just going to die? Oh, no. Again, another random non-telegraphed gravity switch. Okay. The key. So I can get back to that ladder up there. Okay, also random falling tile. It doesn't do anything. I don't know. This level just completely... And then another new gimmick with fast water? Really? Just gonna spring that on me? After introducing a Drill Man gimmick that you didn't follow up on, and having other gimmicks that you did establish and then don't want to use... Okay. Yeah, this level has kind of gone into mildly irritating me territory. Because now it's not even like, oh, well, this is somebody's kind of half-assed attempt at a level. This is... Well, it is, but it's like, why... This level ruined a thing that I was starting to enjoy, and now it is just kind of... here? It went from a level with maybe some, you know, flaws in execution, but decent concept, to one that has no concept and no execution. It kind of lost all the points. Let's just get the laser trident out. I don't want to deal with the Met. I still do. Excellent. Alright, now I guess we'll deal with rushing water? Why? There's no indication that it's rushing either. It just surprises you. Also, where does the water go? Now we're on dry land. Ah! Attack bee! Jesus. Thing actually scared me. Sorry if that was loud into the mic. That thing, oh. Why would you give me the chance to screw around over a pit? But that thing just came out of nowhere. That was the fastest fucking thing in the entire Mega Man canon, as far as I'm concerned. Quick Man? No. Bee. One singular weird-looking bee. Hello, Matt. We're back here again. I also don't feel like dealing with the water this time. Let's just use Rush Jet and get on with our lives. Even if the water didn't seem particularly difficult, I'm sure I'd find a way to screw it up. So I'm just gonna get out of here. Also, this level is going on for way too long at this point. Ow, again with the bee. I can't believe that's probably an official enemy from the Megaman in Base 2. No? Okay. Get rid of this bee. Stop using it. It is obnoxious. Alright, can this level please be over yet? It's been kind of meandering for a while, like my commentary. I see. Maybe the concept. This does not work. You're kind of trying to have a boss that is represented as going underground, but its hitbox is above ground. This is confusing. I get it. It's like a pickaxe. It's throwing bombs at me. Why the exclamation marks? Why the spades? Why the anything? I'm lost. I'm very lost by this level. And then the energy element doesn't even appear from the boss. It appears from the center of the screen. Okay, sure. Oh man, that level lost the plot. That level lost the plot. Like halfway into it, or a little less than halfway into it. I'm so confused as to what I just played. There was almost like there was like a concept going there for a while, a really good one too, and even if it was a little sloppy in execution, it was still interesting. And then it literally went straight to the mines. It yearned for the mines, like all the Minecraft children out there, and we just suddenly ended up playing. Just here's a bunch of Mega Man and Base challenge from the future bullshit thrown randomly at you, and here's random currents of water, and just here's another gimmick that we're not using again. Here's a random Drill Man switch you have to hit. Like, oh my god. What were they thinking on that level? Hot cooking. Thank you, Benjamin May, for subscribing. Now somebody finally got to see the little animation that I set up for the stream. I appreciate that. Oh god. Okay, what the hell did the judges have to say about it? It's probably all the same thing. But like, let's see. Yeah, not great, at least intriguing. Plain Land's kind of boring, but it was, you know, kind of unique, at least as a graphical, you know, choice. Neat toys, the bounce platforms, broken crash lifts, which don't get used nearly enough. Yeah, they were used a little bit, And would have been cool if you were using them, you know, in more ways, but just kind of went nowhere with them. And then double Hanabiran works okay on a flat surface. What's that again? Not great, but a good start. I think that's a boss I probably just blazed through without even remembering it. Yep, exactly, Mick. We just randomly switched to a generic CFTFK, and then just interest is gone. Reskin Bomb Man is kind of neat to make jumping sprites to the indicator, but otherwise, oh, maybe his hitbox actually wasn't up there. But yeah, had some charm and then just completely fell apart. Yeah, weird. Let's see. Yeah, the first half resembles the namesake too. The namesake just goes out the window after the first level. That's disappointing as all hell. Cave setting midway. Yeah, very weird. Confusion. A minor oddity, but the level is theming. But it's not just the visuals. Yeah, again, the whole concept just goes boom right into the mind. Let's see. One and done gimmicks. Interesting custom gimmicks in the first half. They were developing it. It was going somewhere. It's a shame that they stopped. Why would they stop using their custom gimmicks too? Like, you want to use custom things that you made. Like, don't just suddenly go to all sorts of dev kit tools. Man. Feeling mishandled. Let's see. Very awkward. Tyrian platforms are used 3 times, first of which are skippable. The bounce rail segment is slightly annoying thanks to how easy it is to ricochet off of them. Add visual conveyance doesn't help either because you don't really know what's going to happen. Part of the platform's path doesn't have any rails to show where it leads. Yeah, that's bad. I'm glad I skipped over that. Second half of the stage shares some of the same issues as the first half, barring certain things. Now the music is looping properly. Didn't notice that. Yeah, very empty. Second half. No... It's baffling. This level is baffling to me. First half wasn't exciting either, but it was at least something kind of engaging. True. This makes me wish the level just focused on 2 custom gimmicks rather than shifting between all these other ones. KVKs may be included. Yeah, in addition to Grassy Plains. Just abandon the title as well. It's a shame. Awkward stage to get through. The primary detriment is that the stage often fails to convey what the gimmicks will do or what they're actively doing. Yeah, they kind of surprise you all the time. Also, the random gravity flips are just kind of like, oh? Let's see. Understand why the line-guided bouncy balls sometimes bounce you and sometimes don't. Okay, I mean, I noticed that, but still. In fact, the ball graphics don't reflect that. Yeah, that could have used a more dynamic graphic to actually indicate it, honestly. Yeah, the first time you were introduced to it was over a pit, so you have some mechanical issue with that, too. Let's see, almost glitched-looking Crashman platforms. But the graphics don't really convey quite that. Yeah, take a while. Yeah, I kind of have to stand on it once to get an idea for it. Airborne hunting enemies that stand on a tiny platform. Just don't fall off forehead. Yeah, why include the bee? The bee is annoying. Don't include the bee. Second half of it just feels like a completely different entry. It is. Gimmicks don't carry over, which, again, why? What our current gimmick, no graphics to convey it, it just randomly happens, and you die. Bomb Man reskin, confusing sprites. So that's at least something. In Flashman 85. Yeah, I want you to play this level like I did, picking apart the details and trying to break everything. Let's see. Self-deprecating sign setting the level up for failure. That too, yeah, you gotta be confident when you submit to these. I mean, even when you're a cringe lord like myself with this PNG avatar over here, you gotta project some confidence, right? You can't just constantly put yourself down. That's just gonna, make people not want to stick around. Unappealingly basic surroundings, appreciate the graphical flair of parallax clouds, enjoy this understated soundtrack, and trying to think about the improper looping and melange of audio styles. Let's see. Rail-guided platforms have created merit. Consider the crumbling platforms need a proper destruction animation, as well as bits of debris falling off to clearly communicate what's going on. Criticize the bouncy platform trains with their non-existing learning curves, inappropriate use of invisible rails, and failure to look like they belong against the blue background. Level titles only for the first half. Raise an eyebrow at the drill man switch, which doesn't get used again. Lament that most challenges are either empty or dull, and egregiously unfair, and that more checkpoints are needed. Or about how a body of water can look perfectly still, but contain rushing water, and how the water abruptly disappears once the purpose has been fulfilled. Let's see. Yep, throw yourself in. I fell to that a couple times. With the boss's incomprehensible appearance and inconsistent vulnerability to magnetic shockwave. Glad I didn't try it out, but I think, yeah, that's the boss's hitbox doesn't exist when he's jumping around. Replay the level and avoid a challenge with Rush Jet. Yeah, you can just completely invalidate this level. Let's see. Notice the invisible solid objects riding around moving platform tracks. Yeah, see what you can achieve with Magnet Beam when gravity is reversed. I did not do that, but I'm sure probably get up to something ludicrous. Push against the wind. Oh, there was wind? That would have been fun. Let's see. Springs on wires are taught is very poor. Yeah. Ask the dev team if the stage had broken. Oof, that's not good. It's clearly a beginner's effort, so here's what needs fixing. Yeah, some screen transitions are messed up, which I finally actually noticed one of those. Weird music looping. Not really completely tested. Areas in the final portion of the stage often feel tacked on and are frequently just devoid of content. Yep. One of the recurring issues, the death pits simply aren't labeled as such via graphical changes. Yeah, the death pits just kind of pop out, and that's that. Another recurring issue. Oh yeah, it said the idea of the wire ride springs has potential. The water rush is a fun idea, but it's not indicated well. New Robot Master, kind of cute. Still has a hitbox, even when he's supposed to be a warning, I guess? Oh, so he does still have a hitbox. Okay, so like, yeah, weird. Learning stage design is a gradual process. Recommendation is try looking at the source games some more, especially the later ones, see what works, learn from it. Yeah, it's a shame. The first half of the level could have actually been something at the least, but it just kind of became a very nothing burger by the end. Oh, there's Hunter Woman again, our stalker. Quint's Met Factory. Alright, at the very least, this seems to be a very conventionally named and designed stage, so we might be in for, you know, something of Mega Maker tier at least. Let me take a drink of water. Good, and no energy element to look for either. I feel like these are the best dev kit spikes you probably could use to fit with the tiles, but they still kind of look off. Also, why would you start a level with sliding under 2 spike sets? It's kind of an odd challenge curve. Bridge closed. A recent meteor shower has hit the bridge and destroyed it. Sorry for inconvenience. I don't think you know what a meteor shower is. Meteor showers go, like, tangential to the Earth's circumference. They don't just crash into the ground, blowing up bridges all day. If that were the case, like, America would be completely destroyed by now. We don't have the infrastructure bills to actually pay for things like that. Alright, so we got a bunch of kind of nothing. Bunch of Mets just blast through, some cannons you can ignore. Random boss gate, which I'm guessing is supposed to be the other side of said bridge, but doesn't really... I mean, I guess at the very least you kept your lore consistent there, but it feels like an odd choice of tile to use to convey such a thing. Oh, we're getting a mix of gimmicks. We're getting a mix of fire dropping and conveyor belts. Too bad that not really actually doing anything together. They didn't actually layer on top of each other. It would have been interesting if, say, those bots were on the top of the screen and then, you know, dropping things downwards from, like, multiple conveyor belts that eventually landed on your head. Also, I just skipped every single one of those. I didn't have to pay a single scrap of attention to any of those acid droplets, because I could just move on. Also, unclear indication of a transition to the next area. Random spikes, again, ignorable. And as quickly as the level had a gimmick, it kind of lost it. At least it has a consistent art theme. But that's not going to carry a level into greatness, unfortunately. Teleporter to the right? To the right? Yeah. No. Uh-oh. someone is having trouble with their rights and lefts. Hopefully they're, I can't believe I'm saying this, but hopefully they're dyslexic. They're not a first grader. That is otherwise a pretty embarrassing mistake to be making as an adult. Okay. Level is just kind of getting a little tiring at this point. Oh, okay. Hey, there's something here. There's like actual gimmicks being mixed of conveyor belts and acid. The acid were to actually make me... See, the problem is, though, is that I don't have to pause. The best solution to that section is just to go. Is to say, fuck it, we ball. If you actually had to pause for the acid a little bit more, then you could have had something really interesting going on there. Let's see. Kill me to start the factory. Laughably, if two choices die, or go into the teleporter. On the right to go back to the bridge. Okay. And the bridge is back up. Fixed. Mysteriously. Sure. Did we go back in time? Did we actually go, like, you know, like Quint did? Go back in time to try to stop Thanksgiving? Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I see where all the time in the level went. I will actually try to give this a fair fight for a little bit, because this seemed interesting. I mean, what do I actually do here? Okay, so I just need to actually shoot out the Met dispensers and avoid getting blasted, which is going to be easier said than done, considering I'm not very good at fighting Mets. I will say, this is at least a cool final boss conclusion, even if it's relatively simple. Uh-oh, the bullets, no! The secret is to keep only 2 Mets on screen, and even then it's still kind of tough. I'm going to die, aren't I? Damn it. There's not a lot of space to actually dodge the bullets here, which, I mean, it's kind of intentional design, but also kind of just addictive. Oh, and then once you destroy one of them, the challenge is entirely gone. Alright, well, I clutched up at least, so I was like 4 pixels away there from talking shit and getting hit. Oh, that Met exploded. Like in a whole bunch of numbers. Okay. What is happening? Why are the Mets being dropped in cock shapes? Please stop cornering me. Give me some space. Yo, it's gambling, man. Yeah, I guess get the Met Gachapon. I don't feel like this is an aw dang it moment. This is a what the hell? I feel like I'm having kind of a fever dream at the moment right now. And the music isn't helping that, is helping that feeling along quite a bit too. Like what am I listening to? Kind of some random plotting. Hey, I'll say this, that was probably the coolest, oops, saw metal. That was probably the coolest custom boss so far. I actually liked that boss, even if it kind of collapsed a little bit in execution. It was at least a shock to see. Fit the level's name well, and, you know, functioned. So, like, yeah, I like that. But, yeah, the rest of the level was just kind of plodding along, didn't really threaten very much, didn't develop very much, so I see why it's kind of this low. Yeah, again, not a whole lot to talk about here. It's a standard fare of classic enemies. The conveyor belts. Oh, the conveyor belts is also almost a cool idea, but kind of, again, failed in the fact that there was no actual difficulty to it. Largely exists to be shot at, not much else. Gimmicks aren't very much better. The water platforming is nothing we haven't seen. And let's see, the fire tele combination is standard, but also really didn't do a whole lot. Purple acid pools that turn red are a little odd. Yeah. Let's see. Unfortunately, the most noteworthy aspect of the level will be the broken checkpoints. At least when you were playing it. The checkpoint unlocked at the giant Met cannon is for the room below it. Oh, allowing you to skip the boss entirely with retries. Let's see. Checkpoint for the Quint training area is completely busted, taking you out of bounds and forcing you to restart the entire level. Oh, wouldn't have known. Something on that was not a pleasant experience. Been fixed for the main game, but hurt the functionality. Custom boss here. It's just the longest, most needlessly tight Metal Paton fight ever. And it flies when it's almost dead. Yeah. Glad there's something there. I thought it was kind of interesting, though it was definitely a very odd, cramped quarters setup. Not much to discuss at the level, sadly. Let's see. Everything's fairly basic. Yep. Fire tellies are a step in the right direction. Could have been a cool gimmick if developed more, but unfortunately really wasn't that much. Only really notable thing here is the boss. So I think the concept of a Met producing machine is sound. The execution leaves something to... Oops. Uh-oh. Lost the point. Let's replace again. Must be desired. You can trivialize the first phase by standing in one spot while jumping and spamming the laser trident. Didn't know that. Oh yeah, I guess the laser trident would have made the Mets really easy to take out, huh? Well, the second phase is basically a much slower moving wily capsule that spawns Metools. All of this makes for an unfortunately easy and rather underwhelming boss. Yeah, there's sound ideas. They didn't really go very far. Let's see. It's a charming little stage. Feeling of being someone's first stage, but there are surprisingly some good design principles. Yeah, they are introduced well, they are mixed well, but they are mixed without much oomph behind them. Back at the end of going back to the first screen, although, nah, I didn't really like that. The plot of just the bridge is suddenly back together. Biden's Build Back Better plan worked for America. Like, I don't, nah, it was just kind of very sudden, random. Fully standard quit fight, but the creator went the extra mile, which is nice. Stage has some rough edges, spikes stacking on top of each other. Face screens being too spacious without much enemy density. Yeah, just kinda meandering. I'm suspending your level design license. Ouch. No power-ups. A pile of touch checkpoints instead of one normal checkpoint. What? Inconsistently labeled bottom splits, blank backgrounds, and messy repetitive tile work, teleporters, which deposit you in midair, connecting sections that could have easily been tied together organically. Let's see. Professional kind contests, no, but they feel kind of slapdash, a little amateurish. Agreed. Text leaves me so many questions. Was Quint's Met Factory really too much effort to write? Oh, separately? Yeah. If the bridge was taken out by a meteor shower, where's all the debris? What is this Quint training unit? And what is it doing in this alleged factory? You mean the teleporter on the left? Yeah, thank you, someone else, for pointing that out. Let's see. Laser Trident and Rush Jet obliterate any sense of difficulty. The sign that challenges and architecture aren't nearly complex or varied enough. Started some good ideas. Agreed. Two direction acid drops. Acid drops. The inconvenience of maneuvering around a broken bridge, but nothing's ever developed into anything novel or satisfying. I get no sense of purpose in the challenges. Filling time. Yep, essentially. Boss could have been, but crippling weapon vulnerabilities, a dull middle form, and lack of visual polish. I'm getting tired of speaking. My tongue is losing its agility. Quit not mashing the controls like Wily and Cossack do. Limitless enemy spawning. No protection from enemies with the final form powers up. Almost inaudible final music. Yeah, I didn't understand what was going on there. And the possibility of the final form drifting out of the arena forever. Wreck the whole thing. Okay, they must have fixed that. That would have been disastrous to have to encounter. Usable length, adequate checkpoint frequency, and appropriate music. So some potential. Promise me you'll plan, polish, and playtest hard next time. I'll let you have your license back. The boss is cute, even if the challenge is backwards, since you reduce its attacking options as you whittle it down. And yeah, they must have subscribed to the opposite game philosophy of you're destroying something, therefore it should probably have less ability, but set up more. First phase is basic. Could have been, yeah, it could have had some different attacks instead of just having Mets just come out and that's it. Second phase amounts to not much more than the first was offered. Okay, fire tellies and conveyors do provide some interesting elements, but they don't really do much. Graphically, the stage is hideous. I can agree that. And then assembling the level to an actual location. Taking the time to see how main series stages are tiled, the most noble thing is the bricks. Bricks should be staggered rather than stacked. Yep. Big issue really is the stage is just dull and predictable and repetitive. Yep, I kind of was falling asleep halfway through it. It was just good to go quick, and that was it. Repeated ad nauseum, or at least any changes are minor, it's hard to be noticing. Okay. Boss can wander off screen. Glad that didn't. Well, okay, wandering off screen, sure, but not off screen. Like, just despawning. Okay, first effort, but it's not very fun. Because, yeah, it's just very benign. MaGMML3 onwards and pay attention to how the stages are put together. Compare your stage. Okay, yep. Fairly innocuous, just kind of another nothing stage. I feel like we're going to get into a lot of nothing stages for probably the entire next tier, honestly. Scrapyard, graveyard, hundreds dead beneath me. The dead should not be dishonored like this. They should be mounted proudly on walls. Maybe into beautiful art pieces, if so the victor wishes. Assuming a violent death, how would you like to be displayed, Mega Man? I'll be thoughtful. Well, I don't know about Mega Man, but if I were to have a violent death, let's see. I think the wood chipper is a classic one, because then at least you have guts and blood confetti going everywhere. And you know, that's at least something to have for later. Any other horrible, gruesome, violent deaths that I can think of? Chat, what gruesome death would you like to have? Yeah, I don't have anything else other than Jerma's meat grinder for the moment. Drunk Golem. Oh, I love the derpy looking eyes on this thing. That's great. You heard the latest gossip. I heard that there is a big casino in the city that takes these things called Trickster. Yeah, we all read things. Yep. You could ever spend, skip the tough ones, I say. No way, man. I'm doing things the difficult way. Let's see. Mini circles as an ideas guy, but it seems like nobody wants to hear my great ideas for videos games. Wouldn't you agree that there need to be more games with me in them? In fact, I could be the star. Imagine playing a game where my visage appears in front of you and murders you dead. The adrenaline, the excitement, the Mega Man 10, the Commando Man stage. Ballade Square of Doom. Oh, great. I get to fight against Ballade. That doesn't bode well. Okay, well, that's instant point loss for just spawning in and getting hurt. Nothing to do about that. Also, weirdly slowed down Crystal Man music? Why? I mean, it's one thing to just use the Crystal Man music. It's another thing to say, you know what? It needs to be 15% slower, just to give everybody a sense of unease. Power... Aw, you're gonna really disable my cool weapons for this, huh? Alright, well, I can kinda use that E-Tank now, so let's go get it. Okay, back to just kinda random things happening. Okay, at least a slight puzzle element here. Jump off that one, ride this one up. At least it required a little bit of thought. Another fantasy gachapon item. Thunderbeam? Yeah, sure. Get rid of that guy. I'm not really getting a whole ballad theme from this, and also just kinda why Woodman aesthetics with Tomahawk Man background, and just transition into a industrial area, why don't you? Yikes. Yeah, there's a lot of graphical messes here in the scrapyard. That is... what? How do you... Wait. How do you even? Can you even? Because what? Huh? I can't slide on top of a ladder. Cyber peacock looking state. Not even. There's like... no. I don't... I mean, I kind of see the cyber stuff from here, but I don't really see it. But the bigger question is, how do I get through here? This is the way to progress, but I can't slide on top of a ladder. I'm thoroughly confused. Is there just some secret mechanic I don't know about? Is, like, Rush Bike small? No. Oh my god, you have to... That is so awkward. You have to press down, slide, and then let go of down so you can slide on top of the ladder. That is a very unconventional way of having to, like, do a slide action. Also, that is not a very cool area to have to slide through. Like, there's way too many tops getting in the way. Alright. Well, I'm pretty thoroughly done with the stage now after weird bullshit like that. And then a ladder that's so tall you actually have to use a tool to get up. Okay, how am I supposed to do this one? What do you mean? And that's just a random pit there. Okay. How did this level make it this high? I don't understand also, like, just previewing the judge scores as well. I happen to notice that Nick actually gave this, like, a pretty high ranking, all things considered. Like, he gave it a 45, which... Really? I don't think the stage actually lives up to that. The bad, just design choices with the ladders is kind of just all I can think about at the moment. Can I please actually just use the ladder for its or not use the ladder? Thank you, Megaman. Okay, I guess that's how you're supposed to get through it without getting damaged. You just have to be fast about the bullshit ladder transition. Okay, well, I guess it's time to try our luck at this again, and see if I can figure out just what the hell the gimmick is here to get past this in time. What's going on? I can't slide on top of a ladder. Oh, I can also just climb down to my death too. That's fun. I legitimately might have to just skip this level. I don't know what the solution is supposed to be. It doesn't make any sense. There is no dedicated slide button either in this game. Oh wait, no, sorry. There is a dedicated slide button. I forgot that it existed this whole time. That's, alright, fine. That's a stupid fault on me for not being used to a dedicated slide button in classic Megaman games. I'll own that one, but I will still also say that it's not good level design in classic Mega Man to go for the idea that you have to be able to slide on top of ladders using the custom slide button. That's not interesting, it's just infuriating. Because if you're not using the quote-unquote correct control scheme, you're just going to be standing there like a yutz, just being like, well, why can't I do this? What's the problem here? Like me. Okay, Laser Trident really is not effective. Okay. now we can move forward. Okay, yeah, not my favorite level so far. Kind of a downer, honestly. Ruined the momentum I had going for me. Alright, I should have seen that one coming. Still got Laser Trident? Alright, yeah, get me through here. Really taking a page out of the Megaman 3 design book of just, here's a bunch of invincible enemies. That's not something that I abide by. And no boss corridor. Sure. No boss corridor before the checkpoint to then follow up with one of the hardest dev kit bosses available. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this. There we go. Alright, well, let's see. With what limited ammo I still have left, what's good against Ballade here? I don't need to be spending any longer in this place. Oh, Thunder Beam was okay, but... Ice Wall is also okay, too, actually. At least it hits him a couple of times. Although I will say it's definitely causing me to get hit a lot, too. In fact... It's not Laser Trident. And I pocked up using Water Shield. I think that's the only weapon I haven't actually tried out against Ballade yet, so... Water Shield must be his weakness. No, it's his immunity! Cool. Oh, I guess I haven't used Break Dash yet. Again, a very convenient weapon to use against a boss that's constantly jumping around. At the very least, you can still shoot away his bombs, so it's somewhat of a logical choice. But, yeesh, annoying. Okay, so that was not a pleasant level, in my mind. That was just... Why? Why do you need to know to have the slide button remembered so that way you can progress through the level? That is such a Mega Man game design sin. Goodness. And then not to mention just like, here's a million shielded enemies, like, you know, have fun with that. Have fun waiting around for them. I mean, it didn't do anything too sinful outside of that, but like, those are some big ones for me. Level's actually square? Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have noticed that. Not my point of interest. Also, why was it, you know, at first Woodman and then suddenly Wily for Mega Man 3? Let's see. One of the neat parts, it makes good use of the Helimets from Mega Man 10. Does it really? Besides the one that instantly shoots you as soon as you spawn. Oh yeah, that other defect as well. Ugh. Particular highlight, mixing Helimet and Wall Blaster 2 with Jumbig, creating a tighter conflict than what the jumper usually enjoys. Yeah, I'll say that was interesting, although it did just kind of, you know, ultimately corner me. Let's see, some of those challenging top fiends to Buster only, no damage. Pretty sure you need the charge shot. Yeah, pretty rough on that one. So, low key, the gimmick is small. Few concrete blocks that are used to get to... Yeah, the concrete blocks just kind of placed, and here they are. Like, otherwise, it's just a whole bunch of enemy challenges. Let's see. Going from a sunset cave to a generic fortress. Other assets are used only once. One-shot enemies could use additional attention. Yeah, I mean, they kind of fixed that towards the end, but just by throwing all the random invincible enemies at you again. Simple from start to finish, inoffensive. A few moments early in the level, what can I say? I can't say I'm sold. The square part is accurate, not a great thing. Everything condensed into such a simple path can hurt the stage in a number of ways. For one, the actual level structure and progression can end up being pretty boring. Yeah, it wasn't really too much. Let's see, if it ends up being too short, like with this level, it basically gives you no room to evolve your platforming and enemy challenges. Agreed. It's unfortunate. A bit of thought? Are you sure? I didn't really see much thought going on for this level's theming. There was not much of an attempt for like, here's a mix of gimmicks or anything. It's just like, here's just a bunch of enemy placements. First and last tokens, along with the Kamasaburo room, have sound ideas behind them. Makes it all the more frustrating to see they're confined to such a tiny level with no room. Yeah. Good. Room to your eardrums. Oh, must have been another loud level for the devs. Rather unremarkable level, uninspired layouts. Yep. No clear theming. Just them come and go. Yeah, there's also random rush coil usage too, which is just, huh? Let's see, Beetle Buster only, but it is still weird. And then there's just a box standard ballet fight at the end. Can't say I'm too impressed. Most creative aspect of the levels that reportedly shaped like a square is time to rethink what you're doing for the contest. Yeah, that's not really much of a gimmick that most people would notice. I didn't notice it. Something meaningfully specified from others. I've seen projectile spam. I've seen rising and falling platforms over bottomless pits. I've seen enemy rosters full of shielded enemies that fall easily to laser triton. Like this level. And then I see gimmicks used once, immediately abandoned. I've seen ballet in a boilerplate boss chamber. I've seen levels that are functionally spotless aside from Orzai 2. Oh no, he's saying all the things that he has seen already in this level. Nothing that interesting. And outstanding one screen that nicely combines a cannon with stairs. I've seen every one of these screens before, if not the exact configuration, then a configuration that captures the same essence or intent. Yeah, again, it was a very nothing level. Just nothing going on. Here's just a bunch of random enemies, and then just weird ladder gimmicks things. I just want to see if anybody actually said something about the ladder gimmick, or the fact that you had to be using the slide button to actually get past things, if you couldn't just be using down and A. Almost like the challenge where you use rush coil, except you could have the same thing with a lifting platform, which would just make it easier. Or strengthen the challenge to avoid forced weapon use when there's nowhere convenient to grind for refills. Locked weapons is weird. Ambiguity of the final stretch, blah 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 blah. Checks the map, a level that's actually shaped like a square. Okay. Let's see. Level name almost gets it right. It's certainly a square. Not much doom. First token was neat. All the others just kind of, yeah, on the path and not exactly difficult. Wait, the fact that the hardest part of the stage is the bit that I programmed himself is rather telling. Yeah, I mean, he didn't really actually put much elements together. Dev kit boss, the hardest thing, is tough. It's tough cookies. Let's see. Level just devolved graphically. Yeah, Tomahawk Man and Woodman into suddenly random hot garbage Wily. Yeah, kind of. Valley's the boss, right? Why don't you quit? This is Sage's Crystal Man's theme. Not just Crystal Man's theme. Crystal Man's theme slowed down by like 15% to make it sound off. So none of the judges seem to notice or at least seem to point out the fact that you need the slide button to actually progress in this level. None of them seem to mind that you need to do, you can't do down A, that you need to use the dedicated slide button, which I find weird. A lot of people, I feel like this at least used to be a point of conversation in the Mega Man community, where, like, if you introduce a custom slide button, you should always at least be checking to make sure that, you aren't just locked by ladders into using that button, in case someone hasn't been using them for the whole game. Very poor decision, combined with other things like this getting hit as soon as you spawn in the level, odd aesthetics, kind of nothing burger enemies, and just weird, frustrating enemy layouts. Yeah, this level deserves to be pretty low. I agree. Hey, Bomb Man, you got like a cold or something? I can't believe this. Get a load of this, why don't you? Apparently, that Ernest Will set some rules saying there was no explosive allowed in the gauntlet arenas. Gauntlet areas? What? The explosion robot masters for you? Where's the booms and bangs? I don't even have a proper explosion to prove him wrong. That's weird. This weapon doesn't hit this tile set, or this weapon set doesn't actually have a proper explosive. Let's see. Gravaquatuo by Clash Crash. Oh, I've seen this person in Pink Kitty Rose's chat a handful of times. Well, glad they made it into the contest, but make it this low, that's a bit of a shame. I'm also not sure what the title even is supposed to be. Gravaquatuo? I have no expectations set properly right now. It's just kind of a mishmash of feelings. Also a random set to Thunderbeam in the beginning? Is there something up here that I should be aware of? No, just a random kind of tile there? Sure. Okay, are these functional gravity men? Okay, finally, somebody in the contest. Hold your horses, everybody. Somebody in the contest has finally actually used the Gravity Man, the graphics for the Gravity Man Gravity Flip, and not just done it randomly. Every other stage, I'm pretty sure, has just done so randomly. Okay. Alright, I should maybe not be underestimating the hitboxes on those so much. I'm looking like a fool. Okay. Random pop-out enemy, come on. Can't see it right now, but I'm very much mashing my face into my hand for that. I'm not going to learn my lesson this entire stage, am I? I'm gonna just keep going right off into the abyss. Okay, the gravity flipping is a lot less intense than I think it is. I just need to get that into my head and we'll be good. Like, you actually have momentum for quite a bit longer. Okay. More tedious enemies later. Why are these gravity switches not highlighted? That's weird. Why are they grayed out? The other ones weren't. Doctor Light, all one word. You can hit the Joe from this platform. Okay. Thanks. A real Megaman moment from, like, as if I couldn't figure out how to play the game. Okay, I'm assuming these blocks fall down on you. Oh, there's Sheepman blocks. Okay. Is this water? Okay, this is water. Not communicated very well when the water sprite is just solid blue. And then it's randomly not water. It's water. It's not water. It's air. It's confusing. And a random gravity switch behind the door. Also, we don't fight Gravity Man on the same plane. Is the water adding anything meaningful to this? I don't think so. In fact, the fact that this is a more open arena... Yeah, Megaman. The fact that it's a more open arena than, like, the actual Gravity Man fight is kind of trivializing this. In fact, let's just get out of here. Come on, Sparkchaser, accelerate the fight for me. Right, good. And we're out. And now we have Waveman bike segment in, again, a weird room with just water in some spots, but not others. Oh, the mechanics are getting confusing. Okay, so far this feels just like Oh, okay. We're having something developed at the very least. I like this. This is... Okay, I'll give you this. This is actually kind of a cool concept to make for Waveman's bike. Mix it with gravity flipping. Alright, fun room. Oh, and I'm constantly moving forward too, huh? I'm guessing that probably would have been the token if I had managed to figure out just what the hell was going on there quicker. Oh, and some free bolts. How lovely. Hey! Almost, almost got caught by that little gotcha transition. That's a suspicious lack of spikes that I'm not willing to test out right now. Okay, so we're at least getting some competent gimmick usage now that we're kind of midway through the level, but I will also say it's not super threatening. It's just kind of waiting. Down the Waveman bike thing, that was actually really cool. If it would have actually been flipping gravity more often, you had to keep track of things, or if you had a choice of flipping gravity, like you could just jump into the middle. I assure you there's ground over there. Okay, thanks Megaman moment. But it just didn't keep going with that Waveman gimmick. That would have been cooler to go with, but just kind of randomly switched to here's some water spouts. There's ladders up there. Is this not the end of the stage yet? Is there still more stage? Also, this is like the 4th time I've fought Splash Woman tonight. I'm getting a little bit sick of her. Are her sound effects unusually loud, or is that just me? Oh, and the token was just right here at the end? That's odd. Why? The point of them is to make them little secret collectibles, not to just put them right on the main path. So yeah, thoughts on that level. There was at least some competent gimmick usage, things that do work together, but outside of the wave bike section, it didn't really feel that interesting. Plus, it was also just using a lot of a mishmash of tons of different gimmicks. It didn't really focus in hard on any of them, so they ultimately ended up not being very interesting. The reverse gravity jet ski was cool. Yep, otherwise not really much impressive. Let's see. Bad design was the awkward gravity jumps. Yeah, I agree. Let's see, there's also a large number of items that are underutilized. Fury is just scenery. The sheep blocks and gravitons are used once, and not again. Let's see. Reverse gravity and water don't do much interesting. Combine this with haphazard visual aesthetic, and needs a lot of work. Submitted with a minor typo. The Q and U were swapped. It's Grav Aqua. Oh, chat. It's Gravity and Aqua. I should have gotten that. Let's see. Properly fixed. Safe to say the title of the stage makes more hindsight. Yeah, it does. It makes more sense now. Let's see. Obvious issues right from the start. Kind of messy due to jumbled tile usage. Let's see. Doesn't have much to offer. Yeah, it wasn't super engaging. It was kind of, it was structurally competent, but it was kind of just like there outside of the wave bike section. Non-threatening to the way they're priced. Yep. Most of it's just jumping. Yeah. Or mashing fire too, that works. Let's see, several screens of doing nothing along the way. Ooh, a time waster. I wouldn't go quite that far, but if you're just shooting through it, then yeah, I could see. There's some intent here. Fine premise, but needs more execution. I'll understand the title. Actually, I don't understand it, but now we do it. Let's see. Cute stage, kind of amateurish. Blah, blah, blah. I won't go so easy with the score in the spirit of judging, says the easiest judge so far. The most prominent problem is the tiling. Gravity flipping is unclear. Eventually, it does become a little unclear. Well, actually, it is kind of like exactly what's the spot, because it's not just the background part entirely. Water without top or bottom sprites does look kind of bleh. Water ceases to exist upon reaching spots with non-watering background tiles. Weird thunder beam pickup at the initial start, which, yeah, why? Bland architecture. Kind of arbitrary. The jet ski section was cool. It was fun, at least. Gravity Man has the addition of water fight physics to change up the fight, but not very much. And then Splash Woman is just Splash Woman, so why bother? Upside down Splash Woman could be fun, because then she's actually patrolling the top of the stage, And so if you're upside down while fighting her, then you actually have to, dodge her in an entirely new manner. You have to both jump over her and time your jumps over the laser tridents. That would have actually been cool as hell. Why was that not implemented? Let's see. Level design is like writing. Rules about how things should be used. Structure should be flow. Let's see here. Other people tell you what you correct to make sense. You don't connect with your audience. The whole thing falls apart. The design and writing in this level fail to connect. I see. Ideas don't develop. Yeah, they're kind of one and done. Found just to assume the player is already familiar with enemies. Blah. So some promise before being promptly forgotten. Challenges aren't bad in concept or design. Beat a wave bike, kind of fun. I don't understand the dialogue boxes. They don't tie in with anything. You need a navigator. It's just kind of a silly little roll thing. Silly secret actually be funnier without the dialogue box. I missed it anyways. And the text is so regular with spelling and grammar problems that the whole level feels less professional by association. Even the level title looks like a typo. Graphics lack style. They're at least functional. Checkpoint placement is acceptable. Hiding a token in front of the energy helmet is pointless. So much needless backtracking. That I once played it in reverse, and that was more satisfying than progressing forward. I didn't notice that. Could have been a topsy-turvy collision of water gimmicks with Gravity Man assets, Gravity gimmicks with Special assets. It stands more like a playable brainstorming session. Agreed. The idea behind combining the two Robot Master stages was one with a lot of potential, but the end result is just watered down. Let's see. Wave bike and gravity gimmicks combined could have been cool, but it fell flat. Yep. Easier than the original section. Yeah, that's for sure. The original section got me good a couple times when I was first playing Mega Man 5, but that was like very simple to get past on the first try. Let's see. Fish enemy completely useless. Let's see here. Excuse me. At the level, there's a lot of empty screens. Repeating water geyser, which was an identical challenge to the whole room. Also one you could just wait for. Wave bike and gravity gimmicks are not challenges by themselves, but instead need architecture to complement them. Yes. Kind of autopiloted through, failing to reuse any ideas, felt unfocused. Even though that they were reusing, certain items over and over again to try to give it focus. Graphics aren't badly tiled, but the transitions between water and non-water features were non-existent and made a few of the challenges quite confusing to look at. Also had odd holes in the water. Yeah, it certainly did. Another level to kind of get done with and forget about. Oh hey, there's a boss to actually fight here. Finally. First, let's talk to you. Where is it? Only for today's gaming session. My newest models, but I dropped my bag. This place is such an absolute tip, I can't find them anywhere. Aw, lost D&D miniatures. That is unfortunate. Oh, hello. I didn't expect there to actually be a secret up here. What's going on? The ghost of Christmas past. Oh, weren't you? Oh yeah, you were in one of the old MaGMML games, weren't you? The Scrap Workshop. We take joy in playing through the old analog pastimes of humans. Of course, finding relics of this age is fairly difficult. Not to mention such retro gaming is getting exorbitantly expensive. Anything else to say? Oh no, same things. Capricorn. Hoy, fancy game of Space Crusade. We're set up, but down a player. Just 50 bolts for today's session. We're going a little bit long with today's stream, but yeah, sure, why not? What's this little mini game? This is the charm, the lifeblood of MaGMML3. Blood Angel Marine. Okay. The Ultramarines have bunkered down. We better move it, soldier. We must stop the alien scum. Alright, I've never quite played Warhammer, but I can recognize it enough. Okay, so we just got some basic enemies right here. Cool kind of C64 font music. Dealing with that. Oh, a bolt and a slightly obscured ladder. Don't mind if I do. Hey, 3D tank as well. Orcs and a spark. Hey there. This is one of the stages I made to give out to prospective judges, see their reviewing style, etc. One goal with Space Crusade. Make it look like an earnest yet obviously amateurish level. 2 mini gimmicks, super quick sprite edits, and some custom content. Yes. Also doubles as a reference stage. Warhammer 40k to be precise. This isn't a one-to-one port of the stage the judges received though. Made a few edits to make it a smidge smoother to play, hopefully. Knowing all this, how do you judge it? Well, getting biased immediately. Not quite sure how I would judge it. Oh, okay, that's not... Oh no. Okay, hi. I made it through that with sheer luck. Yikes. Yeah, that's a thing to drop new players into. Same thing with those guys, as well as here's a bunch of random pop-ups, which at the very least they get kind of indicated as you get close. Okay, this is actually a cool little gimmick here. It's not particularly riveting, but it at least gives you more to dodge. Oh man, the count bombs are immune to bullets. I don't like that. But at the very least, finally, someone makes a fan fiend actually do something. Usually those guys just sit there, take up bullets, and die. What are you, another Joe? Oh, you're actually someone to talk to. Right, I talked to you at the beginning. By the Emperor, we've detected a dreadnought. Be on your guard. Alright, fine. A cool use of pop-up enemies. I will take that. Oh, hello. There's something glowing back here. Is that a one-up just for me? Oh no, it's just some bolts. How much health does the Sniper Joe have? The answer is always too much, but that one was like double too much. Okay. I mean, aside of that one part that just rushes you into things, this has been a pretty enjoyable and fairly consistent stage so far. I actually don't mind it as far as judging is concerned. It's certainly probably better than a lot of the things we've had to play so far. Well, that is a bit mean and tight of an area to put wind pressure on you. Alright. Cool. We're done here. The chaos to be on this door. Good luck, co-soldier. Okay. You either kill or be killed. Okay, Flowey. All a service to chaos. Alright. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. It's just a slightly more difficult reskinned basic enemy. Okay, I said slightly, and now I'm suddenly talking shit, getting hit again. Where the hell do I stand to avoid that bullet? There's a lot going on when that one expanding bullet gets released. I don't know how I would exactly deal about that or feel about it. But I would say it nearly killed me, so... Pretty decent custom boss, even if a little bit, again, amateurish. But I give people props for actually making a custom boss. It takes more effort than just slapping in a dev kit boss. Mass production signboard, convert to plush form. There's no room for you to write a message of your own, though. If you write on the back, I'm sure you just take a marker, ruin everything. It's fine. Capricorn, look, we think you have a fan of this very crusty and retro pastime. Want another game of Space Escape? No, I'm good. Hello, Dr. Devil. What do you have to say? Quite difficult to read the rules of a game that uses such small print. Endearing me with pages that are almost falling off thanks to the sheer rot of age. And yes, English isn't exactly my first language. Pretty good though. From looks of things, these guys have almost got a complete set from a junkyard, no less. Close inspection, some of these models are made of old robots. Not sure what's supposed to be a complete set of. I don't really quite get the graphics, but... This is a very cute little alcove. Oh, I thought you were separate here from Eddie in the corner. Alright. Back to the game. Let's take out the area boss by Scatman's World. Alright, this will be the last thing for tonight's stream. Let's end on a solid note with the Tier 2 boss. Get the worst of the worst out of the way. Oh, Repairman. Hello. I remember you. You're from Megaman Rocks. That one very kind of borderline fan game between frustrating and interesting. Here for the king. Who are you speaking to? You, of course. His Majesty. The king. The despot of disposal. That's true. I have killed a lot of people. What the? Hey. Let's see, look around you, your royal subjects, the broken, trashed. I collected them all. Those you sent here. Tier bosses aren't supposed to be biased, but you make my lubricant boil. That's a hell of a statement that only makes sense in the robot world. We scrap bots are the ones picking up the pieces of the Wily Wars, so in the name of the wrecked everywhere, I hope your warranty is up to date. Ooh, a remix of the Mega Man Rocks boss theme? Yes, please. Oh, a bunch of scrap enemies to fight. Nice. I like it. Oh, there's a larger arena out here. Oh, okay. Hi, Repairman. Didn't expect just a straightforward attack like that. Well, fairly easy, all things considered. I think I was actually having an easier time with Repairman than the Joe boss originally. But I do like the Repairman inclusion, and plus the fact that I get a Repairman, or I mean a Mega Man Rocks music remix. Absolutely, love that. Let's see, mysterious voice saying we've done far to make it well. A new challenge is now available for tournament goers such as yourself. Meet me at the newly completed Limestone Pagoda, if you dare. Yeah, where was that voice coming from? I mean, while he does have an intercom blasting to play music all over the place, so, you know, maybe from there. Hey, Proto Man, what's up? So you shoot behind the tier boss entrance, it'll take you back across the gauntlet. But don't be so hasty to leave. Try looking around a certain switch. You'll find an old friend there. Might find what they have to say interesting, so keep a few bolts on hand if you want to trouble them. Okay, I mean, I know there was that switch blocks over by Groundman. Oh, wait, he has new custom text. Okay, let me hear it. Okay, can't believe this. Get a load of this way, don't you? Oh, no, it's not new. Well, this is fun. Mega Man's, for some reason, not being burnt alive by the fire. Hey, I remember. I did actually see you from the other side. I knew I saw a secret. What's up, Taco? Let's see, hello there. Not many visitors come to my part of the scrapyard nowadays, do they? Well, you are completely hidden behind a locked area full of burning fire, so that might be your fault. But I suppose that with this tournament going on, I was bound to get at least one. Behold, in front of you is the visage of the great, the wise sage, Taco Trash. I've been waiting in the scrapyard for many years, making my home. Been here for so long that I've amassed quite a collection of tales and rumors. Happy to share some with you. A nominal price. I have 1340 bolts. I think I can, I think I'm good for it. Let's need something to keep this up running. 30 bolts per story. Yes, let's hear one. Quite recent in the public memory, but just in case you have not heard about it, I will tell you about War Gates. The War Gates were these mysterious portals that appeared after an experiment by Dr. Kostak went wrong, apparently. I don't remember this. That's what they say, but I've heard rumors that they come from a crack in the time stream, whatever that means. Anyway, those portals lead to alternate dimensions other than our own. Yeah, I mean, if they're alternate, they're probably not our own, and then strange beasts came forth from them. The robot masters worked hard to fight them off, the war gates were stabilized, the energy elements apparently played a role in making them so volatile. They still exist, but they're exceptionally rare now. Very few appear from our side, so to speak. It seems that the so-called era of easy dimensional travel is over. Perhaps that is for the best. We won't have to go see in Duo again. But alright, I'll read some of these stories in my off time on my own. But for that, we have completed Tier 2 of Make a Good Mega Man Level 3. We're 2/15ths of the way done with the, actual contest stages. Man, what a ride it's been. I feel like I'm when I eventually get around to making a full compilation video for, like, you know, stream highlights and such, I definitely think I'm probably gonna just mash video 1 and 2 together to get them out of the way, but we're finally done with, like, the dregs of, stages, some of which are fun. I still enjoyed, you know, X6 meme as a troll level, it was great, but some of which were the worst thing I ever played, like the Temple of Light and Dark. I'd never want to see that stage again. And then there's a lot of others that were just, now we're just kind of in the meandering, I threw some assets together kind of stages. Nothing super special, but at least nothing super offensive. Maybe some confounding and confusing things, but hopefully nothing that actually grinds those gears, you know, too much. But looking forward to what Tier 3 has to offer, and we'll show that off tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time again. I thank you for joining me, tuning into this VOD at all. Really appreciate giving a small streamer a chance, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you.